It's Anna here. Reasons to go vegan. Many different reasons that people decide to go vegan. Some of them, as I'll discuss in this video, are ethical, health, the environment, spiritual reasons, an abundance of reasons. And I think if somebody really wants to go vegan, there's nothing wrong with that. But what determines how long you're going to be vegan is really why you do it. Like, if you're just doing it for health reasons, that might not last as long as, say, ethical reasons, because if you're really ethically invested in it, then you feel it. There's not a desire in you to go back because you know how much harm it does. As opposed to if you're just doing it for health reasons, like, every now and then you may be like, hey, I want some ice cream. And of course, like, being vegan is not about being perfect whatsoever. It's just about doing your best to live as harmlessly on this planet as possible and to not needlessly kill or exploit innocent animals. Now, as I said, they're number one. Thanks. Now, many people believe that because we're humans and because we have a higher intelligence, it's perfectly okay for us to go and kill and exploit animals, and that it's totally fine for us to factory farm them and kill them because, they don't have feelings, or, we're superior, so we can do whatever we want. Vegans don't believe this to be true. Vegans think that humans, just because we have a higher intelligence, supposedly, does not mean in whatever way that gives us permission to murder, because that's what we're doing. We're murdering innocent animals. It does not give us permission to murder animals. It does not give us permission to exploit these innocent animals for nothing else but our own taste buds. Maybe 200 years ago, there weren't as many, it wasn't as available to get all these fruits and vegetables as we can today. So, yes, they did have to eat meat and dairy because it was the way for them to survive. That was then. This is now. In 2016, there is no reason but taste buds to stay vegan, or to not be vegan. There's no reason but your taste preference, and honestly, to me, meat and dairy don't even taste that good anymore. Like, not really. And it's just, it's not right the way that we're treating them, and it's not right the way that we breed them. We forcefully impregnate these cows to have babies so we can take their milk away from them, take their baby cows away from them. If they're a baby boy cow, they'll kill them to go to the meat. If it's a baby girl cow, they're just going to raise her up to be a dairy cow again. Like with pigs, they're kept in these tiny pens. There's not even enough room for them to turn around. And they're all together and they get diseased and they get sick. And everybody knows this is going on, but not that many people are doing anything about it. Vegans can do something about it, Like, just by choosing not to eat meat, just not eating meat, you can save 100 animals a year. Yourself. Me, not eating meat for a year would save 100 animals. Think of how incredible that is. When people say that one person doesn't make an impact, one person makes a pretty big freaking impact. Okay? Reason number 2. Health. Meat and dairy aren't very good for our bodies. Like I was saying earlier, about 200 years ago, yes, people had to eat, they didn't know. Eating meat and dairy was helpful for their survival because it lasted in your stomach longer. But now, like, our, what is it called? Our intestines are, okay, think of it this way. A carnivore's intestines are about this long, so, meat can easily just, whoop, go through. Plant eaters' intestines are about this long because, so plants can just go, whoop, 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 whoop. And they can really get all the nutrients from them. Meat, however, would be like, like, it takes so much longer. We don't have the intestines about this long. We have intestines about this long. We have the intestines of plant eaters. Meat and dairy just sit in us and they make us bloat. They just make you feel bad. They give you gas. Like, with dairy, people are like, oh, you need milk to get your calcium. Trust me, plenty of other ways to get calcium. Lots of vegetables, lots of leafy greens. And, like other soy milk, cashew milk, almond milk, coconut milk, they've got their calcium. And dairy milk actually it makes you lose calcium because your body treats dairy milk like a toxin, and when it comes in, your body leaches calcium to try to counteract the calcium, and then the calcium in the dairy milk, and then you just lose calcium. It doesn't do anything good for your body. Eggs, not very good for your body either. If you want more information, check out Tumblr and lots of things. I don't know everything I know about myself, or I don't know everything about all the facts about the meat and dairy industry, and I know it's harmful, and that's enough for me. I don't have to know all the facts to know that. And meat, it sits in your system, it rots, it makes you bloat. Just, ugh, not for me. No, thank you. Reason 3, the environment. Now, some people say, well, it's actually really good for the environment, and, if we didn't have this, then how would we be able to do blah, 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 blah? No. The meat and dairy industry are terrible for the environment. The amount of space that it takes for all these factory farms, they have to this is a leading cause of deforestation. It causes of other things that I can't exactly remember at the moment, and all the crops that we raise, we take a large percentage of those crops to feed to these animals that we're going to kill anyways. And because we farm them to such large numbers, they need such a large amount of food. If we stopped factory farming, these animals would, like dwindle down to a normal amount that nature would have for them. Like, we feed cows corn. Cows don't even eat corn. Cows eat grass. We don't eat grass. It doesn't, what they eat doesn't affect what we eat. If we took all the crops that we used and raised and grew and gave to livestock, if we had all of that, we would have enough to feed our entire country, all the other countries, and still have more left over for the animals. We would have enough food to go all around, all the time. It's perfect for the environment. The amount of toxins and pollution and all this stuff that these factory farms emit into the air is killing our ozone layers. It's killing the environment. And going back to what I said about the numbers going down of these livestock, obviously nobody expects the entire world to go vegan one night and then just have all these animals and like, oh, what do we do? It's more of like a supply and demand. Right now, the demand for meat is this high, so they have to have this many cows. If it goes down this much, then it will go down this much. It's like a little cycle that people expect. And then, because they expect that, the animals, it's not going to happen overnight. Like, these animals, they'll be like, oh, maybe, we're not going to forcefully impregnate this cow today because we don't need that animal. Therefore, one less animal being treated, and there's one more, we're one step closer to equality. Fourth issue, spirituality. Now, I know for me, I am all about, do unto others as you would have others do to you, the golden rule, treat everybody with the utmost kindness that you can find within you, all of that stuff. And, everybody deserves equal opportunities, and most important of all, everybody deserves the right to live and to live in a happy, stable life. Why are animals any different? We all fight for this equality for all these things, which is amazing, and yet we don't consider animals. Why are animals any different? They have feelings. They feel love. They feel sorrow. They feel pain. They feel happiness. They feel joy. They can feel all these things. Why do we treat them like they can't. When these animals are raised with such cruelty in their lives, and when in their last moments they're filled with terror and anguish, and then you kill that, that's in the meat, that's in that body. And when you take that and you're taking all that sorrow, all that pain, all that unhappiness, and you're putting it into your body. And is that going to make you feel good? No. Just like it's advised to remove toxic people from your life, remove toxic food from your life, it's not making you feel any better as a person. It's making you feel miserable. Whereas with a vegan lifestyle where you're eating whole plant-based foods, these plants, they grew from the sun. The sun came in and it shone into them and they feel wonderful. And then when you eat that, you're eating sunshine. You're filled with sunshine. You're filled with happiness. There's nothing negative about it. You just feel so amazing. And for the record, no, plants do not have feelings. They're living creatures, they're living organisms, but they don't have nervous systems, so they don't feel things, okay? Just putting that out there. You know, since I was saying all these things about, you know, oh, you should go vegan, you should go vegan, you should go vegan. I'm sure some of you are asking, well, I want to go vegan, Anna, but how? Let me tell you how. This is how you go vegan. There's different ways to do it. The way I did it was I gradually got to veganism. It was just difficult for me to quit cold turkey. So I went vegetarian first, and I was vegetarian for maybe about a month. And during that month, I slowly tried to lessen my amount of animal products. You know, maybe instead of having cow milk with my cereal, one day I would have almond milk. You know, just like small things like that. And then like by the end of that month, I was pretty much like I informed myself. So by then, I was pretty much a vegan anyways. Just I didn't have a desire in me to do all of that negative stuff. And so there's that, and you know, you could just quit cold turkey and start doing that, and you know, just stop eating meat and dairy and just eating vegetables, you know, whatever works for you. And being vegan is not being perfect, you know, like if you're like, oh, I'm vegan, and then you know, you have some ice cream, like it's okay. It's not about being perfect. It's just, you know, learning from what you did and then doing the best you can next time. Being vegan is not about being perfect. It's just trying to be the best that you can be. And something that I really noticed was when I went vegan, I felt so much hungrier because, you know, think of animal foods, not animal foods, meat and dairy and such things have just like, they have higher calorie bits in smaller portions. So like, say you go out to eat and you get a salad, you know, normally you would get a salad that has like chicken and some cheese on it, and you go out to get a salad and you say, hold the chicken and the cheese please, you know, and all you have is that same salad. You just improved like 500 calories. Of course you're still going to be hungry afterwards, you know. So you really have to make sure that not only are you eating like fruits and vegetables, but you have to be eating enough, and that means a lot more than you'll feel. And you're going to be hungry and you're going to want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and that is perfectly okay and normal, and it's encouraged. You know, veganism is not about restriction. Some would say it's about restriction. It's not. It's about living in abundance. It's about eating an abundance of fruits and vegetables as much as you want until you're full and satiated. That's what it's all about. It's not about trying to deprive your body and make you feel bad and restrict and all these negative things. No, not at all. Being vegan just makes me so happy, honestly. Those are some ways to, you know, reasons to go vegan, and then some extra ways to be vegan. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in my next video.